What is up guys, Wraec here with a new video, and today I've got 5 things that you need to do before Chains of Eternity ends. We're very much so in the end of season grind with this season, and well, there are still a few more things that we are expecting, Ravaged being one of those things. By the way, I have no idea who's going to be the boss in this season of Ravaged. Can't expect it to be Cryonaya. Tell me down in the description who you think is going to be the Ravaged boss in this season. Last season it was very obvious who it was, but this season I think not so much. Other than that, of course, the Fairy Tail collab on the 1st of May will be absolutely huge. Definitely looking forward to that. We're going to cover that on this channel. But today I've got 5 more things that you definitely don't want to miss in this season. And starting off with number 1. And for number 1, we have the secret titles of this season. Basically, in this season, AFK Journey has decided that you can earn some secret titles that are associated with this season by completing certain Easter eggs. Those titles are just listed in here in the title selection, just as any other title would be. We can scroll down. For example, the Undead title says complete Easter egg Undead shout notes, and there are many other Easter eggs that you can complete in this season. For example, right at the beginning of the game, you will stumble upon the Ass Graveyard, the burial grounds, and when you switch the time in here to night, you will see that some undead just plop up on the screen. This, by the way, Siran will also tell you about the undeads and that they are on this graveyard, apparently causing some chaos. When you go ahead and you defeat them though, which you can quickly do, on my, by the way, absolutely neglected account on the Vietnam servers, but we're still strong enough, I hope. Let's quickly defeat those. Once you defeat them, you will actually earn yourself one secret Easter egg titles. And in this season, there are of course more than one Easter egg, some of which are pretty difficult to find, many of whom rely on a certain story progress. So the best way to do this is actually to complete the story first and then go ahead and get those Easter egg titles. And you can kind of check out the video that I made about it, because I made a video showing every single Easter egg title. You can see right now we got the Riser title, and there are some very cool ones that you can earn and maybe equip on your character. Something you definitely don't want to miss in this season. And for number 4, once again in this season, there is also a Fish King. If you didn't know about this last season, there was the option to catch the Fish King. And this season around, there is also a quest for that, and we can find them right around the area where I'm actually at. And you can find the Fish King in icy ponds, in those little holes in the ice, where you can try to catch them just after you finish the quest. And actually you can also see that when you can catch him right there. It's the wrong time, I believe. But once you completed the quest and are there at the right time, you can catch the Fish King, and this is an especially big fish. We can check him out right here, because I've already collected him and made a guide about it. Crystal Fin, 522.28 kilogram, absolutely ginormous fish that you can catch, and the rarest fish in this season. So if you are into fishing and have some fun with that, Crystal Fin is definitely a fish you don't want to miss. And of course, as always, I made a guide on how to catch this guy, which you can check out. I will link it down below. And for number 3, whether we help Carolina restore the reputation of the Graveborn heroes or Captain Rodrigo uncover Cult of Fanatics, in this season we have some very nice clan reputation quests, and those can quickly be missed as they are kind of hidden right here in the quest symbol. If you haven't seen right now, you click on the little book, go on Chains of Eternity, click on Clan Reputation, and that will bring you to the window. I've already completed those, but there are some really nice rewards in here that you don't want to miss. There's the requirements listed in here. I always list also the side quests that you need to do to unlock the respective clan reputation, so it should be very easy to do so. But for example, you can get some titles in here, and there are always some special cosmetics that you can get too. In this time around, it was this very interesting Acolyte haircut, and also the Acolyte robes, which I think look pretty cool. So Acolyte robes don't exactly fit the rest of my style though. That's not too bad. I guess the cloak isn't really working, but Acolyte robes are pretty nice. The same robes that the priests wear, so it's very cool. And then there's even the special White Ridge Majestic frame, which I think looks pretty nice as well. And for the other one with Carolina, where we're just standing, we actually also get a frame. And what we also get is we get the crossbow on the back together with the Forest Lurker armor. So Forest Lurker armor, granted, a little bit broken, a little bit rusty. Seems like she pulled that straight up from some skeleton that we defeated down in the swampland. And then we have this crossbow on the back. I still hate the distance, by the way, to the back, but the crossbow itself is pretty cool. So an absolutely unique piece that you get right there. And given that those clan reputation quests were reworked and are by far no longer as tedious as in Season 1 and 2, Season 1 I remember as very horrible there. Always had to lure some lizard to some area or something. We are far beyond that, especially the one with Captain Rodrigo had a very nice story and was focused on that story, so it was rather interesting to uncover, and helping Carolina restore the reputation of the Graveborn is always something nice, so absolutely recommend doing those. And for number 2, the next one might be one where you don't even really think about doing it, because if you played this season very actively, you probably did it on the side. I'm talking about collecting season points. This is especially relevant for the people that might have started late into the season, that might have just begun with the game, or they are planning to return to the game, because in my opinion, the best time to return to AFK Journey, if you have quit in a season before, which by the way, you can absolutely do in this game. That's not nearly as harming, for example, as in my other game, Isle Heroes, where you are behind forever. That is not the case in AFK Journey. You can always come back. But for this game, the great thing is that if you start towards the end of the season, you have a chance to complete the season progress and get a ton of season points. Just playing actively towards the end of the season can yield you a ton of rewards. You can see right now, we already can see in the records of the season handbook the rewards that I am going to get, for example, at my current state. My magic charms are still going to go up, my season resonance level is still going to up, and those are like the main points where you get your season progress from: season resonance level, artifacts, magic charms, and season equipment. Season equipment and artifacts yielding a maximum of 10,500 points, and this will grant you a ton of loot. You can see right there, right now, from what I have there, I get 90 epic invite letters, I get 120 temporal essence, I get a celestial hypogene selection chest, including Athalia, so pretty great there. X equipment reset to level 0, the seasonal frame Frosty Glow, 2,500 diamonds, and 50 twilight essence, just as reward for playing this season. And if you have not started yet or started a bit late, then honestly, you can still get a ton of this loot, because you mainly have to get, well, to those thresholds. You can see 8,000 points already grants you like those epic invite letters, and you can get epic invite letters for every few stages there together with temporal essence. The glorious hero chest is on 18,000 points, and we already said with the season equipment and the artifacts you already get to 10,500, so that is fairly insane and fairly easy to reach. The X equipment reset, and then the max out for the points where you get the exclusive frame is at 26,000. Afterwards it's really only about diamonds and twilight essence, so your main goal is 26,000 points, which you should definitely achieve by doing some Duress trial to obtain more magic charms and progressing your season resonance level as far as you can. So a little bit of active play towards the end of the season can already help you get a ton of points and get a ton of loot right there. And as a little bit of a side note, if you're interested in that, because, well, this point was mostly for people that haven't played the entire season. Now let's give you a little bit of something for the people that have played this season. There is this little button over here called Feats. And if you click on that, you can actually see some stats for the seasons that you played. We can see Song of Strife, Waves of Intrigue, and Chains of Eternity. And you can see, first of all, the points and how they are distributed. And then you can also see the season rewards, how many diamonds you've gained, how many invite letters and everything. And you can kind of scroll through it. And it's fairly interesting. Most used hero in PvE this time was, for example, Elijah and Layla, which I didn't expect. I thought it would be Iron for a second, but then I thought, bosses, I guess. That is really the thing. And Thorin, my number 1 PvP here. So this is fairly interesting if you want to check this out. And as you can see there, Ravaged Realm still coming up, not ranked yet. So definitely looking forward to that. And this also brings us to the next point. And for number 1, in every season so far we've had a Ravaged Realm, and this season it seems like this is going to be the case as well. Ravaged Realm is always the final boss battle of the season, last time featuring Thalassa, who we saw in the story first. As I said at the beginning, no idea who it's going to be this time, but I'm actually excited for it. Thalassa had some awesome loot, not only in terms of the stellar crystals that we earned there, but also featuring her full own cosmetic set. And for this cosmetic set, the most important thing is always that you wanna really end up on a high position in the leaderboard at the end, because this will result in you gaining the maximum amount of cosmetics. Last time, for example, only I think the top 20 players got her back piece. You see the rotating red thing in green. That was only for the top players, and there's always one piece that is rather cool and only available for the top players that we had in there every single season. So definitely want to get the max loot for that. And how can you do it? That is the question. So while of course there are some factors that you can still progress, that you can still advance in preparation to Ravaged Realm, some things are a little bit more difficult. For example, of course, a lot will be determined by the hero selection. If you have Paragon 4 heroes, you're just bound to do a little bit more damage than heroes that people that don't have. If you miss a key Celestial Hypogean hero, something like a Wraec, something like that, that can already hurt your damage, and thus, well, this is something that we probably can't tackle within the short time, unless you are going for some serious credit card swiping, which I mean, I won't stop you from this. I wouldn't recommend it for just Ravaged Realm. The things that you can kind of progress and you can follow, there are 2 things that I will give you as a tip for that. First things first, don't be lazy with Doer's Trial, even if it's tough to complete. Try to use your daily attempts, try to progress the stages, try to get to level 50 with also 30 in the Nightmare. That is rather important because you get the wish list and the heroes, and I would seriously recommend you to make use of this. I would seriously recommend you to try to get the most important charms so that you have proper charm sets prepared for the relevant heroes, because for many heroes we can already see that they are probably going to be used for Ravaged Realm, unless there are some serious mechanics going on that are going to stop us from this. For the Lightbearer Ravaged Realm, I absolutely see Hugin there. We can talk about Damien. Hewin was always in the Ravaged Realm. If you check out the Thalassa attempts and everything, we know that Elijah and Layla will be there, so getting the meta charms for them would be rather good. And if you go around and you just take a look at your heroes that are in there, and you select one hero where you see, for example, Coco here, we see still at legendary charms, we can switch that up, put her in there, save that, and try to get her to some better charms next time. Same for Warrior, and that you just try to not slack out on this game mode and put enough time into it to just select a proper hero and try to get meta charms on your heroes. That can make a huge difference, because you will be very limited on the crafting resources for charms. We will get a ton for attacking every single day, but this will not be enough. Last time, every single day the meta switched for the charms, and having the right ones at the end was seriously difficult, and you can get a head start by just doing Doer's Trial well in the time we have till Ravaged Realm. Next up are AFK stages. You can also complete more AFK stages at the same time. Oh, look at that. Turtlex over here with me at the same stage, slacking out. Okay. You can also try to complete more AFK stages, because this will give you not only some more materials, but mainly you will get Dawn Shard crystals over here, and those help you upgrade your faction skills, because well upgraded faction skills are really important. The minimum you want to have is 1 fully upgraded faction skill, meaning everything in every single skill upgraded, this upgraded to level 10. That is rather important. The thing that you can do is you can of course reset your faction skills. This is possible. We can click reset. You can just select the stage 4 and get 6,000 Dawn Shard crystals. At the moment I would get from this, but with those 6,000 Dawn Shard crystals I need to be at level 10 on one of those skills. Because what what you want to do optimally is you want to switch your skills every single day, and for this we actually got a ton of talent reshapers once again. If I can find them, there we go. Talent reshapers allow you to reset your faction skill even when the cooldown is running. So with 51 of those you can reset your stage 4 every single day to acquire the resources necessary to upgrade the faction skill you need for the day. And as you know, for Ravaged there is one day there where we have Lightbearer, one day where we have Wilder, one day Mauler, etc. till the end phase and till the ultimate battle. And for those days you always want to have your faction skill maxed out. And if you have a ton of Dawnshard crystals by grinding AFK stages, okay, will probably be easier if you have 1 or 2 skills maxed out anyway. But if you only have one, well, at least one, then you will need those talent reshapers, and absolutely recommend you work towards having one at maximum. Lastly, we were talking about the loot from Ravaged Realm, and of course I want to show you the full sets, because so far I've been able to earn them all. This was from the last boss Talassa, and the part that was very unique here was this green part at the back. That was only for the top people. Many people wanted that because it is such a unique piece, and the set overall looks very, very great, very associated with the design of the boss, so that is something that I really liked. And this is the set of the boss from Season 1, Zed Sahara, a giant desert snake. This set not really aligned with the boss design, more of a season design thing, so I'll be very interested in what they do this time. Special piece, once again the back piece, the giant horn here, which I think looks absolutely cool. I haven't really used that too much in a set yet, but this was very much so for the Mauler season, a Mauler set. So definitely looking forward to what we see this time, and I think you really want to make sure you get the most out of it and are prepared as well to get those cosmetic pieces from Ravaged. Okay, and that's it with the 5 things we want to do in this season before it ends. A little bit of a word still for the people that have maybe quit in the past and thinking about coming back for the next season. This is an account where I really haven't done anything. We haven't even completed the first 10 minutes of the story, if I'm honest. And still, look at that. I'm currently at 10,000 points, earning 30 epic sums. And if I complete the story and get to some magic charms, I'll probably earn a whole lot more. So coming back, getting the loot of this season is very well worth it. Even if you go for the season loot from the season quest, you can easily obtain just a bunch of loot, just some easy drops that you can use, and I definitely recommend doing that. End of season, in my opinion, still the best time to come back. With that, I wish you a great day, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll see us in the next one.